Welcome to Evil Turkey 2 Redemption.
Rick, this is sweet heat.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad. Today, it's turkey time again. Happy after Thanksgiving. Okay, so it's not really after Thanksgiving, it's kind of before Thanksgiving, but it's about after Thanksgiving. I don't know really when it's gonna air, so anyway, whatever. It's Thanksgiving-ish, part 2, turkey plus other stuff, whatever. We're gonna be doing something with leftovers, which I don't think I've seen before. We're gonna be making turkey birria. It's not gonna be a traditional birria per se, but it's gonna be super easy, super comforting. You're gonna be able to make tacos out of it. You're gonna have this nice hot steaming bowl of turkey and consomme. We're gonna turn your cranberry sauce into a cranberry salsa. If you like me, if you like this show and you wanna see more, especially now that we're coming into the holidays, we're gonna be making some cookies. You don't wanna miss out. Hit like and subscribe and you will be notified as soon as I make cookies. So birria is actually a stewed goat or lamb that is from Jalisco. It was a way of using really, really gamey goat, which can be kind of tough. And so it was braised in chilies and spices and put in a clay oven and sealed in there for hours until the meat was falling off the bone. And then you get this really, really rich, delicious chili tomatoey broth that's served alongside the shredded goat meat, and you make tacos out of it. You can dip your tacos in the consomme, or you can eat it almost like a soup. It's really, really delicious. It's really, really super comforting. In this dish, I didn't want to make a full-on like turkey birria because that would require a lot of ingredients. And to me, this recipe is about using up leftovers. So this is literally just a vessel for you to use your leftovers, but in a new way so that you can make tacos and have a really big steamy bowl of consomme after. It's gonna be really delicious. You're gonna love it. And now it's time for the turkey massacre montage. And this is a clean carcass. People are gonna be like, no, that's not clean. Whatever. I learned my lesson last time. Josh, you wanna show them? Cover the turkey carcass, skin any vegetables or herbs you stuffed into the cavity with water in a large stock pot. Bring it to a boil over high heat. Meanwhile, toast the spices. Toast the peppercorn, avocado leaves or bay leaves, cloves, canela or cinnamon, cumin, coriander, marjoram or oregano in a medium skillet over medium-high heat, swirling the skillet or tossing the herbs and spices until lightly charred and very fragrant, about 1 minute. Okay, so I have a couple of random stalks of celery and a random carrot that I didn't use for Thanksgiving. And so I just want to put them in there. They're gonna add really delicious flavor. So I'm just gonna nestle these in here. And you don't need to chop anything, which is great. Also, you wanna make sure you use the biggest pot you own because turkey carcasses are big. It doesn't matter if these are like sticking up a little bit. It's totally fine. All right, and then if there's any room, You can just top it with a little bit more water. Just be careful. I'll go about 1/4 inch below the top of the pot. All right, so you want to bring this to a boil on high, then reduce it down to a simmer and let it cook until it's really, really super flavorful. Your whole house is going to smell amazing. And then because there's no meat on it and because it's already been roasted, all you're looking for is for the bones to easily separate from one another. It'll take about an hour to get really, really delicious and flavorful. Cranberry salsa. Okay, I have to admit, I'm kind of in love with this. And you can use whatever cranberry sauce, you can use it out of the can, you can use, some elaborate compote situation, it doesn't matter. All we need are really tart, delicious, sweetened cranberries. And so I'm just gonna throw these in a mixing bowl and we're gonna start chopping. Seeds or no seeds?
Seeds.
All right.
Maybe just one if you don't want to go too heavy on it.
Oh, if I don't want to go too heavy on it. This is gonna kill us.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna mix in half
Okay.
and see what happens.
Yes.
Half. All right, moment of truth. It smells really good. I think it could go a little bit hotter, but probably like 1.5, not the full 2. Depending on what kind of cranberry sauce you're using, you may need to add a little bit of salt. You may also need to add a little bit of lime juice. I am actually going to put a little bit of lime juice as well because this sauce isn't super tart and it needs probably about a teaspoon of salt. So I'm gonna add that too. Oh God, yes. I actually think we can probably put the rest of the habanero in there. So now I've taken out all of the chilies, which are now really, really soft. I'm gonna put them in the jar of the blender. And you can feel free to blend any of the other vegetables or the spices. I want it to be a little on the thinner side just because I want it to read more like a soup. And actually this broth is really super rich already. So I'm just gonna put a couple of ladlefuls into the blender just so that I can puree the chilies until they're super smooth. And then we'll put everybody back in the pot and cook it down for about another 20 minutes until it's really, really delicious. I just put the pureed consommé back on the stove. It's gonna heat up, all those flavors are gonna come together. While that's going, I'm gonna shred the turkey. Should I pour a beer?
Sure. Like, is it birria good with beer?
Yes. Yes.
This does not look like a day after Thanksgiving leftover meal. I have to say, it is so incredibly beautiful. This is like we just prepared something completely from scratch rather than actually using all the leftover parts from yesterday's meal. It's so beautiful. I am super hungry and I cannot wait to eat. So without further ado, oh my God, it's so, oh. It's so crazy because like when you first take the bite, it immediately just reads Thanksgiving, right? You get the pop of the cranberry, you get the texture and the flavor of the turkey. And it just seems like, oh, normal Thanksgiving. And then all of a sudden you get like a little crunch of the onion, you get a little bite from the habanero, and then you get the sort of like nuttiness of the tortilla and a pop of cilantro. There's so many layers and it's like just, they all come together and they all play so well. Okay, now consommé, which I'm so excited about. It's got really, really beautiful velvety rich texture. Wow, you know, I made birria that has simmered like 5-6 hours inside of a clay oven. I've done it stovetop. I've done it in a regular oven, and this has almost the same level of flavor and depth as those. It's really incredible. I want you to make this with your leftovers, and if you don't do it with your leftovers, then you should actually just do it with like a turkey or a chicken. It is so incredibly delicious. That salsa needs to be in your salsa repertoire. All you have to do is go buy a can of cranberry sauce and you've got instant salsa. You are gonna love this. I want you to tag us in your social when you make this. I want you to have an incredible happy after Thanksgiving and leading up into the holiday season. And don't forget, if you like the series, if you like me, if you like recipes like this, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And I will see you next time, probably making some holiday cookies.